Hey everybody, today we are going to check out the Atomic Deck by Murphy's Magic, released by Craig Petty as well. The brains behind this, I believe, happen to be Richard, who is the mathematical whiz, I'm not sure of his last name, and also to Joshua Riley, who is the software creator, because you do need some software. Let's see what you get. You get a nice hard box. You want the hard box because you want to protect the cards. You get a QR code to a tutorial, and just to give you an example, the tutorial is, I don't know, maybe 2 hours, but you can learn this in 6 minutes. They have a 6-minute phone call, Zoom phone call, where Craig teaches it to his friend, and he teaches it to him in about 6 minutes, so it's pretty cool. So it's easy to do. A couple of things. Let's look at the cards themselves. Now, the cards themselves, if you're familiar with this, you'll know this brand. You'll see it straight away. It's not Bicycle. It's the Ultra Thin Viper cards. These are the Viper finish. So in other words, they have these, I don't get them out of order. That's the back of the design there. They are very thin, of course. That's this part of the secret to the trick. But the effect is very straightforward. You put the cards down on the table. You do need a phone. Despite what you may read, you actually can't do it without a phone unless you're Albert Einstein and you have memorized this incredible math formula. And even now, I'm not sure Albert would do that, because why would you if you have a phone that can do it in seconds? And this is where the Joshua Riley comes into it, because he must have created this incredible software that does it. So there are two different ways they'll teach you how to use a phone. You can borrow a phone. It doesn't have to be your phone. There is no app. So it can be Android or it can be an iPhone. You can do it in front of one person or 100 people or 1,500 people. Now, basically the deck, a couple of things. Don't ever get this deck out of order, because then you are stuffed. And I saw somewhere where they say you can hand the cards out. No, you don't want to hand the cards out, because first of all, they're going to go, well, these are odd cards. They're like paper. Not only that, but if the spectators get these out of order, you're done and dusted. So, but it's very, very clever. It's a great little routine. So basically, you put the cards down, you take a phone. Now, there are two methods you can do this. One is you can, they teach you how to use a website they created, and you end up using notes. So in other words, you have somebody or call out a playing card, call out a number, you write it in the notes on your phone, and then you can secretly look at some information, and then you know exactly what you have to do after that. But it's very straightforward. So once you get the card and the number, you pretty much, there's a couple of things you need to do, but you deal down, if it's 15, you deal down 15 cards. Everything is hidden in plain sight. So the cards, now the cards are also marked. They don't need to be marked. I'm not sure why they did it, but the markings are really good, very easy to see. I guess they want everything to be 100%. Also, there's something to memorize. Well, actually, not really. There's nothing to memorize. But if you forget something, it's on the back of the box. I did the 6-minute tutorial. I put the phone down. I did the trick. I was able to do it straight away. So it's very easy to do. Really not that much to memorize. But what else? This is something that So something that's really, really probably the most important thing that no one's talking about is that it's not 100%. In other words, it won't work 100% of the time if you do it one-on-one and just ask one person for one card and one number. So you want to do it on several people. That's how you get around this. That's the mathematics of it all. So you do want to have 3 or 4 choices. If you've got a room of 50 people, Craig says that he starts a show off with 600 people or 60 people, I think I'm not sure what it is, 60 people, and he... they all take out their phones, they all think of a card, think of a number, they punch it into this particular website that you go to. There's 2 different versions, remember. One is a scientific website, and it gives them statistics on the odds of their card being at that number. And then you look at all the phones, and you're able to see, just by looking at the percentages, that tells you what you need to know, the information you need to know to do the trick. I don't particularly like that version. I think the notes is much better. You do want to get more than one. You might get lucky and have somebody call out a card and a number, and you just punch it in, and straight away, one go, you get a result that you can use. I've tried it, and it'll work 8 out of 10 times, possibly. They do say, I think they say in the video, there's 2 different things in the video, but the tutorial one point, they say it'll work 20%. So it'll work 80% of the time. Another, they say 90% of the time. So there is a chance that it won't work just one-on-one straight away. So that's why they suggest having several people and having them each call out a different card, different number. You can then do through a process of elimination, you can get one that works. So I guess it's 100% of the time if you follow the limitations of having several people call it out, but they've built that into the routine, so it's not 100%. I think that's really important, and that no one's talking about, but it needs to be said. But you know, they do talk about how to get around it. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. It's a great trick. It's very clever. I'm not sure if it's something that I would do walkabout. Again, the cards, you have to, you know, you want to watch the cards. They're very thin. I don't know how long they'll last, to be honest with you. They do mention that there's a new system of rough and smooth. Without giving the secret away, they aren't rough and smooth. It's just the fact, the way that happens, just so happens the cards are printed in such a way that it enables you to do certain things. But that's it. I mean, that's it in a nutshell. It's a fun little project. It's a fun little trick. Probably I'll do it at a magic club for a couple of people. I'm not sure if I would use it commercially. I don't think I would use it for strolling magic. Maybe if you could create a nice piece of theatre, maybe if you just had the cards already open on the table and did it on a stage, it's possible. That's a good way to do it too. So that's it. Atomic deck in a nutshell.